Talk Tuesday with Gwennie. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Talks Tuesday. I'm your girl Gwennie. If you're new to this channel, I'm a family vlogger. I provide good, clean content, full of excitement, full of entertainment, full of everything that you need. So if I've got you thinking that you want to subscribe, hit that subscribe button right now. Okay. And for all of you that are not new to this channel, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It's so good to see you. So today we're going to focus on one topic, and that is faith. What is faith? Faith is having complete confidence or trust in someone or something. Now, in our day-to-day lives, we use faith and don't even know it. How we do that, Gwen? I'll let you know. So think about it. When you come in the house and you get off of work, you flick that light switch. Never in a million years do you expect that light switch not to turn on your light. When you're sitting down in this beautiful chair, whether it's at work, whether it's at church, whether it's at school, whether it's in your car, you don't expect that chair to fall apart. Why? Because you have confidence that the chair is going to do its job. It's going to keep you from falling on your tail. All right? When you are eating and you bite your food, you have faith. You believe that you are going to be able to chew your food and that your food will digest. You don't sit there on pins and needles and worry about whether or not it is going to do its job. You just believe. So why do we struggle with belief when it comes to people? More importantly, why do we struggle with belief when it comes to God? Hopefully after this video, we'll get to the bottom of it and we will do better as people. So, I have been a church kid, a PK if you will, not a pastor's kid, but a preacher's kid. My mom was an evangelist, and witnessing her life, witnessing her story, I was able to see her level of faith in ways that I would have never thought in a million years that I would be able to see. I saw it in dealing with relationships, dealing with health, dealing with finances. I saw it. And as a kid, I thought to myself, wow, this is crazy. She is putting all of her trust, all of her confidence, all of her belief, all of her wants, her desires, her goals, her aspirations, all in the palm of God's hand. And she didn't touch it, y'all. She left it alone. She kept it there. And I always admired that about my mom. And so here I am today, a mom of 3, an evangelist, a youth pastor, crazy how life gives it a complete, circle, full circle. And now it's my turn. And I gotta see, what this faith thing is all about. I know that faith also determines, what you believe in as far as when it comes down to who you serve, as far as like your salvation. Me, I believe in the true and living God. Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the one, the Almighty, the one that we all read about in the Bible. That's who I believe in. That's who I trust in. My faith is all in Him. Every bit of my trust belongs to Him. Now, there are some times where I allow things around me to kind of, get me in a place where I really don't know. And I get to worrying because, at the end of the day, I'm still a human. You and I are still humans. We all still have those points that we have to grow. We all have those points where we have to do better. And sometimes, even though I feel as though my faith is all the way up there, God allows things to happen to show me that I need to grow. So tonight, let's talk about faith when dealing with relationships. Let's talk about faith when dealing with finances. Let's talk about faith when dealing with health. Let's talk about faith when dealing with everyday life. First, relationships. So when you have faith, complete trust in someone, you do not doubt that they will come through. You do not doubt that they will be who they say they're going to be. You do not doubt,
Nope.
What they say, what they do, because at the end of the day, you know that they got your best interest at heart. They got your back, honey. They got you. They hold you down. We give that to people. A lot of us refuse to give that to God because, we rather give it to a person. And if that's you, okay. For me, I know for a fact that I can trust God, that he will never leave me, that he'll never forsake me, that he'll never, leave me stranded. He's never left me stranded. Even when I put myself into predicaments, because, we all do it. We all of us do it. We put ourselves in these big situations and we pray to God to take us out of them. But if we would have just listened to him from the beginning, we wouldn't have gotten there. Okay? Nevertheless, here we are. And in relationships, my advice is always to, trust that God will be able to take you through it. Being married for 10 years, we've had a lot of ups, we had a lot of downs. And at the end of the day, I've had to, realize that trust is really important in your spouse and in God, because at the end of the day, God should be the center of your relationship. He should be. I mean, it makes your relationship much easier when he is. And when you can trust your spouse, then communication is better. Then, the environment, the atmosphere around each other is better because you are both on the same page. You both know that you can come to each other with whatever situations that may arise. You know that you guys are here. You're here. We're here, okay? And with God, it's the same thing. When you are in a relationship with him, your faith, your amount of belief that you have in him is a big deal. If you don't trust him, then what kind of relationship do you really have with him, And if you don't believe that he's going to come through, then why do we pray? And prayer is a big part of a relationship with God, because that's your communication. That's how you two speak. He's not like your husband or your boyfriend or your girlfriend that you can see, that is tangibly here. He is a spirit. So your communication is talking. Your communication is praying. So, in relationships, communication, trust are very important. And the same thing with God. Your communication and trust are very important. So that was relationships. So now there's finance. We're talking about money. When dealing with money, you're in the church. A lot of us pay tithes and offerings. And with that being said, you have to have full faith to do that, because a lot of the times we feel as though what we make, how much we make, we don't have enough to pay our tithes. And for some of us, our tithes are not a couple of dollars. It's like over $100. And, that can be a struggle for some of us. And you literally have to believe and trust God that he will supply all of your needs according to his riches, not yours. So the moment that you realize that it's not about, what you have, what you see in the bank account, what you have in your pockets. At the end of the day, if you know that God is not a man that he should lie, if you know that if he said it in his word that it's going to come to pass, it's his promises, you can stand on it, then you don't have to worry about that. That's some things that you just don't have to worry about, and finances is one. Now, we're all human, and at the end of the day, a lot of the times, this sounds really good, but this is where we struggle. We might be good as far as our relationship with him. We believe that he got us, but in the area when it deals with money, when it deals with your bills, a lot of us, we get hit with stuff left and right. It just happens that way. Life hits us, and it hits us hard. And I mean hard, okay? But at the end of the day, if you know that you have someone that you can rely on, that you can depend on, that you know without a shadow of a doubt that he has your back, take that and rely on him. Don't allow, the stress of not having money or the stress of not being able to pay a bill, affect your health, affect your mental status, affect your mental state, because it can definitely bother with your health, and we don't want that. So, learn to trust in him that he will not leave you, that he will help you pay that bill, that he will help you, pay that, loan off for college, that he'll help you to, start that business. If he said it, and, if you've done what you could possibly do to live for him, and when you become God's responsibility, he will not leave you stranded. I know this from experience, He will not do that. He will not leave you stranded. He will give you everything that you need, even the things that you don't even think about, as far as, protection and, keeping your kids healthy, things like that. God is able to do it. So when it deals with your finances, don't worry. Stop worrying. Tell yourself stop. Just stop. And just know that he has you in the palm of his hand and he will never let you go. Okay? That's finances. Lastly, we're talking about health. Now, we all deal with situations, whether it's migraines, some people deal with thyroid conditions, some people deal with asthma, some people deal with, a whole lot of other situations like cancer and, lung disease and heart disease and so many different diseases and disorders and, mental disorders that they have to deal with and that they struggle with, if not all their lives, but most of their lives. I can talk about my experiences with my health. My health has not always been the best. I've had ups and downs and when dealing with my health, but I was able to believe and to trust in those things. I was diagnosed with asthma years ago. To this day, I will not claim that because that's not a part of me. Even though that's what they said I have, that's not who I am. That does not make Gwen. With that being said, with your health, it's hard to, be sick or have episodes depending on whatever you deal with. Some people deal with seizures and, they're tired of having seizures and they want help and they want out and they want, a way out. They want to be healthy, And it's hard to just believe, that it's going to happen, especially when they've dealt with it all of their lives or most of their lives. And, for me, dealing with my breathing, it was a struggle on and off. It wasn't always a constant thing, but when my mom passed, it got worse. And now as I'm getting older, I'm starting to see that it's shifting and it's changing, and that can be very stressful. That can be very annoying, especially in places that I don't want it to happen in, like church, for example. But I had to understand that I needed to trust the creator of this body. He made it, he created it, and he's the one that will heal it. And the moment that I got myself to see that side, I was able to, feel better within. I may not have been able to see it, but to feel better within. You might be dealing with something a lot worse. You might have gotten the news that you have cancer, or you might have lupus, or the doctors don't know what you have, and you don't know what to do, and you've given up, on life. I, challenge you today to try God, to trust him, to pray to him, to see, a new side of it. Life is tricky. It has its ups, it has its downs, and I don't want you to ever feel like you're ever alone. God is there. And I know a lot of people don't want to always talk about God. A lot of people get nervous of talking about their faith, but I based my channel around it, and I feel like it's somebody out there that have not heard this and that they need it. And me being a youth pastor at my church, it allowed me to see that, a lot of people need to hear about faith. They need to hear about different topics. They need to understand that there's a God out there that loves them, that cares about them. I know that YouTube has so many different things, and a lot of people may not look for this type of content, but I know that there's somebody out there that just needs a ray of hope, and I may be your answer. So today, I challenge each and every one of you to have faith, whether it's in yourself, to believe that you're who you're meant to be, whether it's in God, and knowing that he will never leave you and never forsake you, whether it's with in relationships, to have faith in your spouse or, in your significant other. I challenge you to have faith today, to believe outside of the box, to believe what you don't see. You're not going to always be able to see, you're not going to be always able to touch it, but just knowing in your heart, having confidence that A way will be made, a door will be open, and sometimes a door will be shut, but it will all work out for you. So comment down below some things that you struggle with when it deals with your faith and how you can improve it. Comment down below if this has blessed you, if this has helped you. Comment down below any other topics that you want me to hit on, because I'll do it for you if you ask me to. Okay? All right, like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with your neighbor, your friend, your coworker, anybody that struggles in the area of faith. Hopefully it'll bless them as much as it blessed me to bless you. All right, until next week, see you later. Bye.
All right, guys, that's it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Don't forget to comment on our videos so you don't miss any of our videos.